Hey, what's up, y'all? Listen, this is Ralph in the basement, and I'm so happy to have y'all here. We are kicking this thing off, and it is now official here, live and direct. And of course, I'm in the basement, and I'm shooting here direct right now. Right now. Matter of fact, there may be somebody walking upstairs, but it is what it is. But listen, you know what I'm saying? I've been on reality TV for the past, I think, what now? Going on 4 years. And I've been through a lot of ups and downs. It's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of entertainment. I've taken a lot of strays. I've gotten my ass whooped in a lot of cases. I've learned a lot. And going through my journey, I really wanted to take an opportunity to really focus and talk to y'all about some of the things that I went through from my own personal experience. Because reality TV has told a lot about my story. I think it's time for me to tell my own story. And I got a lot to get off my chest. And I think it's a lot that I can also share and a lot of growth that we can all probably experience together. So it's going to be amazing. And, just to kick things off, I would be remiss if I didn't first even just talk about, some of the things that have happened while I've been on television. Being on this journey has not been easy by any means at all. And it was not something that I would have ever imagined experiencing. My marriage actually fell in on national television. That's not the reason why we signed up for this. That's not something that I ever wanted to even happen. And so I would be remiss if I didn't first extend, just and acknowledge I think the basics, right? The first thing I would say is, even to Drew, one thing I am, and I do apologize about this. I do apologize because this wasn't the plan. Our plan was to come on the television, be able to share, our relationship with the world and how we navigated it, the fun times, the joy, not necessarily any kind of a demise. I never would have expected that, nor would I ever come on the television if that was going to be the case. I think at the end of the day, I would have always protected my family and also, more importantly, even my kids. Because legacy means everything to me. It means the world. And this is why I'm doing this, because at the end of the day, I even believe I want to make sure that my kids understand the narrative of who their dad is and never to try to look at me. And of course, they get to experience me every day, but I never want them to ever watch a show or have somebody else say anything about who their dad is. Because at the end of the day, this podcast, this communication here, this community that we're building, my own words, my own experiences should mean way more than any television show should ever. And that's what I want to go through, Television is entertainment. And so I always want to make sure I just say that. But also to Drew, I feel like, we always had the end goal, of what we wanted to accomplish. And, unfortunately, we lost our way. And I'm not going to blame reality TV for it. Of course, that's an easy scapegoat. But the reality is that going through this journey, it becomes challenging. You got so many different impressions, so many different people pulling on you. Neither one of us was doing reality TV before. And so you never know exactly kind of what to expect. And you got to be so locked in and united as a couple in order to survive this. Because reality TV, the reality is that it has mad casualties. How many relationships have actually been able to survive? And so you got to be so locked in order to make it out. And unfortunately, we didn't. And I apologize. But at the same time, I think, this is also an opportunity for new beginnings. And for whatever it is that she wants to do, I wish her well. And whatever it is she wants to find, I hope she finds it. To my kids, my heartbeat, this is the reason why I do this. And I love y'all. And I want to make sure that y'all always know that me and your mother, we love y'all with all our heart. And nothing will ever change that. We're always going to be here for you. And I'm going to do everything I possibly can to make sure that I fulfill every commitment that I made for y'all. And I'm going to make sure that I provide y'all with the best of the best for everything, the best experiences, the best environment that I can put y'all in. I want to make sure that y'all can thrive And I want to make sure that I can be there because I'm a father first and I will sacrifice everything for you. But at the end of the day, the one thing I can say is this is also a new chapter for me as well. And we're going to take this thing and we're going to ride it out and we're going to make it do what it do, because this is going to be the new beginning, the best time, the best experience of my life. I feel like I'm learning so much being on this platform and on this journey that where we go from here is only up. The sky's the limit, baby. And so the reason why I'm even doing this show in the first place is because I want to make sure that I can be a blessing to other people. One thing in particular, man, we go through so much that nobody would ever even imagine. Like literally right now, I'm in the basement, court ordered. And so how do you navigate that particular journey? Because think about it, it becomes a mental game. It affects every aspect of your life. And so there's a lot of things that we need to navigate. And so for the women that are watching this show, let me just say this really quick. This show is more so geared towards men. And women want to tune in also because every single woman has a brother, a father, a friend, a cousin, or somebody else that's navigating a challenging situation where they may end up in the basement themselves. Everybody has navigated a situation of divorce. And I'm telling you, I'm not even an advocate for divorce. I'm not. I really think divorce is like the worst thing in the world because it breaks up family. And that's how we lose our power. That's where our power comes from, is being able to build the family tree so we can go and raise up our offspring so they can become great. But without the father being present, who are we? You know, the reality of it is that in today's generation, it's kind of normal to have someone with 3 different baby daddies. The kids are confused. They don't know exactly what family reunion to go to. The family tree is completely broken. But when a man finds themselves in the basement or in a bad or a negative situation, how do you navigate from that place, from that perspective, and be able to become the best version of yourself? That's what we're going to be talking about, baby. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. This is Ralph, and I'll catch you in the basement.